Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well today. Shout out to all the subscribers as always, and gratitude to anyone new. So last night, a lot of boxing on last night. I was watching a lot of boxing, from the Top Rank card to the DAZN card. I was going back and forth, and then I was getting ready to watch the Serrano fight. And I watched the Jake Paul fight. I'll talk about that in a minute. I wasn't planning on doing that, but it was on, but nonetheless. And then, you know, I'd never seen anything like it, where the ladies were in the ring and the fight got cancelled when Minka, I think the lady's name is the Swedish lady, she was in the ring ready to go. Amanda Serrano obviously was in the ring too, but she had the sunglasses on, and she was absolutely devastated, man. I really felt for her. That is a brutal way to, you know, have to deal with, you know, showing up and knowing that all these fans had paid their money and they didn't know the fight was off until basically the announcement came. That is, you know, she was devastated. She was in tears, and you could tell it really meant so much to her. And that actually endeared me even more to her, because I'm making a video about her called The Dying Breed. It's a series I've been doing where it's just about this, you know. It's just like she's got that in abundance, obviously skills as well. And if you're new to this channel, those are the two things I really focus on: skills and heart, and getting the best out of you, but at the highest level. And you know, she certainly fits that mold. And you know, it's just really unfortunate that boxing just throws up these, you know, unexpected situations at you. And it was an eye injury that she had, and the doctors wouldn't clear her to fight. I know they really tried to get it passed, but at the end of the day, in a situation like that, when absolutely nobody is to blame, you know, you have to really take the fighter's health into consideration. And I know the fans some of them were booing, but it was a bit unfortunate because she was really upset. Jake Paul handled the situation quite well. He's been great for the fighters, and he's been great as a promoter, and he really cares about these boxers. And at the end of the day, they can reschedule, but the most important thing is that she needs to get that eye fixed and cleared before you get in the ring and start taking punches to the face. Because if you end up without an eye, or Gabe Rosado was talking about this post-fight, just how dangerous it is and how, you know, worrying it can be when you have I'm not sure exactly what she had, but he was talking about how he had a detached retina. Obviously, nobody wants to have to face any dire circumstances of that getting any worse. So it was what it was. It was really, you know, like I said, boxing just throws out the most unpredictable, weird situations, and that was one of them. But she'll be back, you know. You need to get that eye healed up properly. And you know, she was also saying post-fight, she was very emotional, as you can imagine, but I think she felt so bad for the fans. Really, that's what it came down to. I think she probably prioritized that than over missing out on a paycheck and actually wanting to fight for herself. She was more caring about the fans, and that's a lot of humility, and a rare person that does that. Hence why she's in the dying breed category for me, because she's a really good soul. Do you know what I mean? So let me know what you guys think about that. Obviously, there's not really a great deal to say other than the fact that it was the right thing to do, and it was nobody's fault. You can't blame the commission. It was what it was, and you know, hopefully they can get a rescheduled date. She's 35 years old, but she did talk about retiring in that city, Caroline in Puerto Rico. That's where she's from, and that's where the fight was. And I mean, they sold that out. Something like 18,000 fans had tickets there. That's a big event that they had to cancel, unfortunately. So hopefully they can get that back up and running, and hopefully she can, you know, get that eye fixed and, you know, get back, because that is obviously something of major importance. But that's it from me. I hope you guys got a chance to watch any of the other boxing. I made a video about the Ford fight, which I'll leave the link up here, the Komatov Ford, which was a great fight last night. I'll touch on the Jake Paul fight really quickly, because I wasn't planning on watching it. I've got nothing against him. I think he's tremendously, you know, he's any boxer that's putting themselves out like that and put themselves in the ring, and you know, for basically potential public humiliation, I take my hat off to. He does do far too much talking, and he called out Canelo. He's called out Jai Bataille too. One of these guys should get in there with him and just shut him up, because that stuff is nonsense. But in terms of who he was fighting, the guy was, you know, no disrespect, but he wasn't in shape. He had a lot of belly fat, and I tell you, one of my pet peeves in boxing is when I see that, when I see a fighter that clearly isn't in shape and clearly doesn't live the life and put the dedication and hard work in. So who are these fighters really? Since he lost to Tommy Fury, I didn't watch his last fight, but it's apparently some boxer, and they're branding it as he's beating these boxers. But you know, these guys, I see better amateurs in the gym every single week, to be honest with you. Nonetheless, as I said, he's still good for the sport in the sense that he cares about his fighters. He's getting some good promotion. He calls out stuff, people like Dana White, how he treats his UFC fighters. So he's doing some good, you know, but it's not my cup of tea, to be honest with you. But as I said, it was on, and he is getting better. And I do respect that. And that's another part of this channel, is that if you're trying to get the best version of yourself, I've got a lot of respect for that, because you know, you can tell from the small sample size I've seen, he's in the gym, and he said it is a lifestyle for him, and that's a lot of dedication, a lot of time in the gym, and a lot of fighting, basically sparring and preparing, hard work. You got to respect that. And as I said, putting yourself out there to, you know, publicly either, you know, look amazing or potentially get beaten up or whatever it is, it takes a lot. So, you know, he's got my respect, but I probably won't tune in for his next fight unless it's with Canelo or Jai Bataille. Then I will, because that'll be obviously those fights won't happen. But and just in terms of, like, you know, maybe he's a bit delusional and needs a bit humbling again. But anyway, that's it from me. I have got another video coming on Tim Tszyu's defense video later today. So peace. I'm out, guys. Have a good one.